Alright class, we're learning about confidence first because we've already talked about that as important for this class. Your confidence, build more confidence, and confidence is a personality trait, which is what our lesson is about today. So I have a little video about tips or advice to boost or increase your confidence. Some of the language is a little difficult. It talks about the science. Don't worry about that. Just listen for the advice, the 3 tips, and then we will discuss what we think, if it will help, if it's good advice or not.
When faced with a big challenge where potential failure seems to lurk at every corner, maybe you've heard this advice before. Be more confident. And most likely this is what you think when you hear it. If only it were that simple. But what is confidence? Take the belief that you are valuable, worthwhile, and capable, also known as self-esteem. Add in the optimism that comes when you are certain of your abilities. And then empowered by these, act courageously to face a challenge head on. This is confidence. It turns thoughts into action. So where does confidence even come from? There are several factors that impact confidence. 1, what you're born with, such as your genes, which will impact things like the balance of neurochemicals in your brain. 2, how you're treated. This includes the social pressures of your environment. And 3, the part you have control over, the choices you make, the risks you take, and how you think about and respond to challenges and setbacks. It isn't possible to completely untangle these 3 factors, but the personal choices we make certainly play a major role in confidence development. So, by keeping in mind a few practical tips, we do actually have the power to cultivate our own confidence. Tip 1, a quick fix. There are a few tricks that can give you an immediate confidence boost in the short term. Picture your success when you're beginning a difficult task. Something as simple as listening to music with deep bass. It can promote feelings of power. You can even strike a powerful pose or give yourself a pep talk. Tip 2, believe in your ability to improve. If you're looking for a long-term change, consider the way you think about your abilities and talents. Do you think they are fixed at birth, or that they can be developed, like a muscle? These beliefs matter because they can influence how you act when you're faced with setbacks. If you have a fixed mindset, meaning that you think your talents are locked in place, you might give up, assuming you've discovered something you're not very good at. But if you have a growth mindset, and think your abilities can improve, a challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. Neuroscience supports the growth mindset. The connections in your brain do get stronger and grow with study and practice. It also turns out, on average, people who have a growth mindset are more successful, getting better grades, and doing better in the face of challenges. Tip 3, practice failure. Face it, you're going to fail sometimes. Everyone does. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 different publishers before one picked up Harry Potter. The Wright brothers built on history's failed attempts at flight, including some of their own, before designing a successful airplane. Studies show that those who fail regularly and keep trying anyway are better equipped to respond to challenges and setbacks in a constructive way. They learn how to try different strategies, ask others for advice, and persevere. So, think of a challenge you want to take on. Realize it's not going to be easy. Accept that you'll make mistakes, and be kind to yourself when you do. Give yourself a pep talk, stand up, and go for it. The excitement you'll feel, knowing that whatever the result, you'll have gained greater knowledge and understanding. This is confidence.
Alright, what do you think? Is that a good video about confidence? Yes? No? Maybe? Did it give you advice about confidence, building confidence. Well, I gave you three different tips and advice, same kind of thing. So what was the first advice? Tip 1. What was tip 1? Called it a quick fix. Quick or fast. So they said 2 different things. 1, listening to music with bass, dum, 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 dum. I don't like rap music, but when I exercise, I listen to rap music because the bass gets your heart beating, makes you feel powerful, helps for speeches and for improving other things also. And so it said bass. Then it also said strike a confident pose. So like a superhero, a confident pose. Make your body language, even if you feel nervous, you feel like this, but you stand like this. Makes you look strong so you can start to feel strong. What was tip number 2? Practice what? Yeah, that was 3, but we can do that one too. Tip 3, practice failure. What does that mean? What do you think that means? Keep trying. Yeah. So you fall down. You can lay down and die, I guess. Or you stand up, try again. Each time you get a little better. So practice failure, same for this class. Like I told you before, I don't care if you are correct or incorrect. If you make mistakes, you learn from mistakes. Same, you learn from failure. So does anybody remember what number 2 was? First word was believe. Believe in... To improve, good. Ability to improve. What does that mean? Change, yeah, or get better. So it talked about, it showed muscle. When she was playing basketball, you can change muscle, you can improve it. Showed her eye color, hair color, you can't change. Well, you can wear contacts or dye your hair, but it's fake. But you can improve any skill, basketball, speaking, math, you can improve. Even I can improve at math, just very little and not fast. So confidence is a very important personality trait. Now we're going to start and learn about some other common or normal personality traits. Alright, so you're going to see a picture, and I want you to tell me, by raising your hand, what personality trait you think is in the picture. This one should be easy. Raise your hand if you know. Do you know who that is? So lazy. Can you come right lazy, please? Don't be lazy. Come right lazy. How do we know that he is lazy? What does the picture show? He's sleeping? Yeah. What else? Thank you. Sleeping and... Or... Yeah, no clothes on. Just underwear. Is his room tidy? Clean? Dirty, yeah. So, he's almost naked. He's sleeping. He drank a lot of beer. So he's very lazy. What about this? Raise your hand if you know. That's a good word for it. It's actually a synonym or same for what I was thinking. Is this an easy or what's opposite of easy? Easy job or hard? Yeah, so hard job or hard working. But industrious is good also. Means the same thing. So hard working. or industrious, which just means hardworking. So the same thing. And we're going to talk about words that mean the same thing in here in a little bit. So we know he is hardworking because why? Is this job hard or easy? What is he doing? Yeah, he's working in the sun. He's also bent over, so it hurts your back. When I was young, in summer, I did this job. It's very hard. One time I fell off the roof. Not very fun. So, yeah, it's a hard job. So this elephant, what personality trait does the elephant have? Kind. Can you write kind? Please. So what's another word for kind? What else means kind? Friendly? What else? So kind, friendly, any other words? Warm-hearted? Those work. So, kind, nice, warm-hearted, friendly, gentle. Those could all be words that describe the elephant, what it is doing. So, we have kind. Let's see what we got next. Cruel? Yeah. So, we have cruel. Do you know another word for cruel? Opposite of nice, opposite of kind. Somebody, if you do this to your brother or sister, your mom say, stop being blank to your brother. Stop being blank to your sister. Starts with an M. E. Mean. Yeah, being mean. Cruel, mean, or even wicked. Wicked, very mean, very cruel. Yeah, so mean, cruel, wicked, they're all the opposites of kind, nice, warm-hearted. Alright. What is this? What personality trait? He's doing exercise, but he's lifting something very easy, but it's hard for him. What personality trait? Ace, can you come right, weak, please? So we know he's weak because wood is not so heavy. Little bit of wood should be able to lift. Thank you. Alright, so we have weak. Now we're going to have the opposite of weak. Strong, of course, strong. So, does anybody know this picture? Have you seen it before? It's famous in the USA because of World War II. In World War II, most of the men that were healthy, or not old or very young, were at war in Europe, Africa, everywhere. But there were still jobs that needed done. Working on airplanes, working on buildings, working on many things, construction, building jobs. Well, women had to help with these jobs. Before, they were not supposed to. They were supposed to stay home. But then they had to help because all the men were gone. My grandmother, she did this when she was young in World War II. And they call her, this girl here, Rosie the Riveter. A riveter is someone who puts metal together with another little piece of metal. So it's Rosie the Riveter. And here, usually on this poster, it says, "We can do it." So it was, this poster women like because it shows they can be strong. So it's a very popular picture in the USA. So she is strong. We can do it. Women can be strong. What about this little kitty? So small, meow, but he looks in there and he's roar. So, what personality trait? Yeah, self-confidence. So first one we started. He's very confident. It'd be like if I look in the mirror and see LeBron James or someone else who's very tall, Shaquille O'Neal, somebody very big. I'm not very big, but if I saw that in the mirror. Alright, so we have confidence. The opposite? Shy. So we say shy because he could be hiding, maybe spying, but we think hiding. He doesn't want to talk, so he's shy, quiet. Yeah. So now that we've seen these pictures, we're going to talk about synonyms, which we came up with by accident. Industrious and hardworking. Synonyms. It's not an easy name to say, but it's easy to remember if you just think same name. Synonyms kind of sounds like same name. Same, nim, name. So same name means the same thing. Hardworking, industrious, the same. Kind, nice, the same. Confident, self-esteem, or brave mean the same thing. Mean, cruel, wicked, same thing. Can you think of a synonym or another word that means strong? Powerful, good. So, that's what synonyms are. Synonyms are important because they'll help you improve your fluency. If you have to write a speech or you're applying for a job, a question people ask a lot of the time is, who is somebody you admire, somebody you respect? And if you say, oh, I respect Albert Einstein because he was very smart. He said many smart things. I like smart people. I want to be smart. You just say smart, 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 smart. It's a correct word, but it does not sound very good. But if you say, oh, I respect Albert Einstein. He was very intelligent. He used his mind in creative ways. He spoke in an inventive fashion. So smart, intelligent, creative, inventive kind of all mean the same thing. It makes your speech sound more fluent. So it's a good thing to practice, especially when you're having longer conversations. So you don't just say smart, 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 strong, 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 strong. Different words meaning the same thing makes you sound more intelligent and more fluent. So, smart, intelligent, kind and nice, shy, timid, reserved and quiet. Timid, think of a mouse. You know, a mouse comes out of the wall, looks around, trying to find food, hears noise, runs away. Very shy, timid, kind of scared. So that's timid. So, the same synonyms, opposites. Which is another hard word called antonyms, but right now, just think opposites. So, let's say lazy and hardworking. Are they synonym or opposite? Opposite. Cruel and kind. Opposites. Powerful and weak. Opposites. Cruel and wicked. Yeah, synonym or same. Okay, very good. So, now we're going to do a little exercise. A little game. Some pieces of paper where I have one. Here's silly. Another quiet. There are 4 words each category that are the same, synonyms. So you will get one, and you have to find the other 3 people that have the same. Not opposite, synonyms, the same. And no phones, no Chinese. If you don't know how to explain, use your body. Like for confident pose, use your body. For shy, oh no. So try to use English or use your body. Use acting. Don't use Chinese. Alright, you ready? Yes. Good. Let's start. See how quickly you get all 4? Come to the front and we will check. Okay, once you have them, you're probably going to have to stand up. Go find the other people. If you have silly, find 3 more. If you have confident, find the other 3. Stand up. Get up. Go find them quickly. English or body language. You're not going to find it. Sit down. No. If you don't know, maybe someone can help. Okay, keep moving around. Once you find one, stay together. Find the other 2. Okay, going to have points for first group. First one done will get extra credit.
Smile after for our team. Inventive. Smile after. We ask them to smile after.
Keep looking. So, write your names for their 1, for team 1.
Smart.
Wait, I haven't seen yet. Are you ready? Okay, write your names. Okay, number 1 and 2 done. Quickly.
Laughter, smile. Smile laughter. Oh, smile laughter. Smile. Laughter. Smile or laughter.
Okay, let me see. Wait. I have to see first. Not yet. I don't know if you're right. Okay, 3 down. 3 to go. Okay, what do you got? Reserve, timid, shy, and quiet. Okay, you're next. Yeah. You can't write yet. Let me see. Do you have all 4? No, it's not echoing. No. They are number 4. Okay, so I have 5. You should have one more person. Who? Think. He's hiding from you. Okay, what do you have? Yeah, silly, humorous, mischievous, and funny.
Are you kidding?
Silly. You're just waiting on silly. Easy one. All right. Very good. So, we have first place, Timber, Benson, David, John. Wait, this isn't, you're 6th place. You guys were last, not 4th. So, last place, Lean, William, Dawn, Rita, but I think you actually had Joe was in there. Not sure. We got it mixed up a little bit. We'll see what the points are. So, do you understand opposites now? So, was it difficult to do synonyms, to find the same? Some of them, like mischievous. Have you heard that word before? Mischievous and humorous. Yeah, silly, you've probably heard before. Mischievous, humorous, a little more difficult. Or honest and straight arrow. I probably had not heard straight arrow before. So, when you have words like that, you have to use context. What the rest of the sentence says helps you find out what those mean. So we have these that we did, and everybody matched them correctly, so very good. Here are some more, and you have to memorize them for next week. Not really, that's too many. But these lists I'm going to show you are not homework, but for the final, when we have the final speaking exam, if you're able to use some of these words, and there are many of them, see, many different lists, if you can use them correctly in your final, your fluency is going to be higher. Your grade will be higher. You don't have to take pictures or write these down. If you want to copy, you can send them to my email, or you can ask me for email, or I will try to put on QQ. I might if I can't put on QQ, Timber sent me an email. So if I can't put on QQ, I will send to him and make him put on QQ for me. So these are examples. Some of them are easy, like for opposites. Tall, short. That's easy. But what about daring and shy? Daring, which means like brave, like bold. But if you had not heard before, you would not know. It's difficult. So these words, some of them you will know. Some you'll need to look up in dictionary. And then if you do spend time looking these up, organize, like we have here. Opposites, synonyms. Put them together in lists. And if you practice them just a few times a week, just for a few minutes, your fluency, your vocabulary will increase a lot. Because we're focusing on details for this semester, these will help you speak about details, about people, about different subjects. And some of these are difficult, like prim, proper. They mean serious, but you will not hear them very often. If you think of a prim person or proper, imagine from a British TV show, an old TV show or movie, the butler, the servant. He may have white gloves, and he will have a suit and tie, and he will never smile. He's very serious. Oh, please come in. The master or king and queen are waiting for you. Very serious, not fun. Prim and proper. So some of these you will not use very often. Some of these you can use all the time. So I will send you these because there's too many to practice in one day. And if you use them for your final, for your speaking final, your grade will improve. Alright, we have the next activity is a listening exercise. Remember when we did our listening quiz last semester? You just had to listen for details, who, what, when, where, why, how. Well, this listening quiz is something that I made with other teachers here. And it's about personality. Personality traits like you just saw. Shy, weak, honest, whatever. So you need to listen to what they say, and you also need to listen to how they say it. Are they loud? Are they quiet? Is it funny? What is it? So you have to try and guess what personality trait people have. So, we will listen, same as before, we'll listen 2 times. First time, only listen. Second time, you can write something down. Any questions? Okay, so what are you going to do first time? Listen. Second time? Yeah. All right. Let's start. See if it's loud enough.
Excuse me, ma'am, but did you drop this?
My phone. Thank you very much.
All right. That wasn't loud, so we'll play it 2 times.
Excuse me, ma'am, but did you drop this?
My phone. Thank you very much.
Okay. This time right.
Excuse me, ma'am, but did you drop this?
My phone. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so there's different accents in that, so it makes it a little more difficult. Okay. That's number 1. Just write down your answer, then when we finish, we'll discuss. Alright, next one. Just listen.
Stop that man.
What man?
The one in the black shirt stole my wallet.
You'll never catch me.
Okay. Next.
Stop
Again.
that man.
What man?
The one in the black shirt stole my wallet.
You'll never catch me.
Okay. So, let's see what your answers are for the personality of that man. Alright, next.
Look at her.
Who?
That older woman. She has so many groceries. They look heavy.
Yeah, that is too bad.
Let's help her.
Oh, fine.
Okay, one more time.
Stop that man.
Ah,
What man?
what are you doing?
Look at her.
same shirt.
Look at
Okay, one more time.
his clothes.
Who? What clothes?
That man in that ugly shirt. So gross.
Hey, I think I have the same shirt.
Alright, last one.
What did you say?
I wonder what he wanted.
Okay, last time.
What did you say?
I wonder what he wanted.
Alright, so we had 5. So the first one, what is a personality trait you guessed? Just raise your hand or say what your guess was. For the first one we listened to.
Excuse me, ma'am, but did you drop this?
My phone. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, did you drop this? So he found her phone. Her accent, her phone. Yeah, phone. British accent is a little more difficult. So if someone finds your phone and gives it to you, what personality trait do they have? That's kind, but what if they keep the phone? Or lie? Yeah, honest. If they found it, give it to you, they are honest. Kind it is also kind. So it could be both. Okay, so what about the next one? Let's listen.
Stop that man.
What man?
The one in the black shirt. He stole my wallet.
You'll never catch me.
Okay, so the crazy one. Silly? Well, it's my brother, so yes, he is silly. But he's pretending to be someone who steals. He steals a wallet. He says, "Stop that man. He has my wallet." So the man who is crazy is what? A thief. So what personality traits does a thief have? Honest? Dishonest. So the opposite. Are they kind? Unkind is true. Yeah. It is a word. Unkind. Makes it easy. Okay. Let's listen to the third one.
Look at her.
Who?
That older woman. She has so many groceries. They look heavy.
Yeah, that is too bad.
Let's help her.
Oh, fine.
Okay, so we have 2 in this. We have the men and the woman. What's the woman? What's her personality trait? Warm-hearted. And the men. What are the men? Oh, fine. So they don't want to help. What does that make them? Don't want to do any work. Lazy. Yeah. The ladies carry many groceries, and they say fine, so they have to carry. So they're lazy. All right.
Look at his clothes.
What clothes?
That man in that ugly shirt. So gross.
Hey, I think I have the same shirt.
So the woman, what is she saying? She's talking about somebody's clothes. Says they're gross. What is gross? If you eat food and you think it's gross, okay, you don't like it. You think it. If something is gross, you don't like it. So she says the shirt is gross. If you say that to somebody, if Tom says to Carol, oh, your coat is gross. Is that nice? What is it? Unkind, mean, cruel. Yeah, many things could be. I say cruel. And the man, he says, hey, I think I have the same shirt. So he's probably not feeling very happy. He's feeling sad or even embarrassed. Yeah. Alright. Last one.
What did you say?
I wonder what he wanted.
Okay.
Look at his clothes.
I don't like this player. Stop.
That man.
Stop. Alright. The last one we heard. Timid, yeah. Timid, shy, reserved, or quiet, like you all had. Timid or shy. Because he's speaking quietly. They ask him to repeat it. He just says, never mind, goes away. Okay. So these are all personality traits. Some are positive or nice, honest or kind. Some are not so good. They're bad, dishonest or unkind. Warm-hearted, lazy. Good, not so good. Sometimes lazy is okay, but not all the time. Alright. So we only have a few minutes left. Let's practice a little pronunciation. You don't have to pronounce antonym, just opposite. But let's practice synonym. And some people in different countries will pronounce it differently. But just think syn-o-nym. So syn-o-nym. Syn-o-nym. Synonym. So when I say it quickly, it actually sounds like syn-a-nym. That's how I said it. But others could be syn-o-nym. I don't care if you say synonym or syn-o-nym. They're both correct. Okay? So, synonym or synonym, how I say it. And opposite. Opposite. Okay. Confidence. About to be confident. Confidence, confident. Right. So he is confident. That's you're describing a specific person. But if you're talking maybe about yourself, I'm not confident, or I need more confidence. If you say confidence, it's like an object, a thing, something you want or need. Confident is personality trait, how you feel or how you act. Okay? So, next week is going to be about cultural expression. We said expression is showing. So I want you to think about something about your culture. Could be food, dance, music, anything. And I want you to decide how you want to share your culture. Because next week we're going to work on a presentation. You can do a dance, you can do a play, you can even draw. But next week you're going to express or share your culture. Okay? So if you want to draw, bring something to draw with. If you want to play music, something traditional, bring your instrument, okay? If you have any questions, email me, okay? Alright, I'll see you next week where we will do cultural expression. Have a good weekend.
Okay.